Part 118. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1171. Chapter 1171 Senior, can we shake hands and make peace? And those three bows she just made. At first, these people were alienated from Jiao Mian because they thought Jiao Mian was not an easy person to get along with, and they were afraid of getting into trouble. Coupled with the fact that she had so many big guys in the industry who the female stars desperately tried to hook up with but couldn't hook up with, stand up and speak for her, this also caused jealousy and dissatisfaction in the hearts of many female stars. But what Jiao Mian did just now, including her statement that she would give up her MC endorsement, did not look like she would bully others or be disrespectful to her seniors. It's not like he's someone with a bad temper. If he was really an arrogant and domineering newcomer, how could he bow to Xiao Xiao 3 times in a row? Because she was afraid that Xiao Xiao would misunderstand her, she even offered to give up the MC endorsement. In an instant, the attitude of the artists present towards Jiao Mian could not help but change, and they were no longer as repulsive to her as they were at first. Xiao Xiao did not expect that Jiao Mian would come out of the blue like this. She looked at Jiao Mian in surprise and surprise. She was so surprised that she even said something. In fact, let alone Xiao Xiao, even Nana was surprised when Jiao Mian said she would give up the endorsement. But soon, Nana understood what Jiao Mian was doing. Everything happened because of MC's endorsement. Xiao Xiao's fans were dissatisfied with Jiao Mian and attacked her in various ways because they felt that Jiao Mian had robbed Xiao Xiao of her endorsement. If she voluntarily gives up the endorsement, this leaves others speechless. Although it is a pity that this will cause her a lot of losses, it is not a loss if it can restore her reputation. She is still young anyway, and she is not worried about not having good resources in the future. Give up temporarily, just for a better future. Senior, can we shake hands and make peace? Jiao Mian stretched out a trembling hand towards Xiao Xiao, her red and tearful eyes filled with the nervousness and uneasiness of fear of rejection, fully interpreting her identity as a young newcomer. At this moment, the live broadcast room also became extremely lively because of her actions just now. When Jiao Mian bowed to apologize, the live broadcast camera was focused on her. And I don't know if the photographer did it on purpose. The camera was very close to her, so close that netizens in the live broadcast room could clearly see the tears stained on her eyelashes trembling. Female stars in the entertainment industry spend a lot of money to take good care of themselves. After all, their profession relies on their appearance to earn a living. So in the public eye, all of them are naturally beautiful and have good skin. But no matter how naturally beautiful they are, few female artists dare to let the camera get so close to them. Because this will infinitely magnify the flaws on the face. The flaws that were originally covered up by makeup were completely exposed under the close-up shooting of the high-definition lens. But these worries do not exist at all for Jiao Mian. Even under the close-up high-definition lens, her skin is still so good that it's so good. There are no flaws visible on the face, and the skin is white, tender, and hydrated, just like the skin whitening effect of its own microdermabrasion. And because the camera was so close, some netizens noticed that Jiao Mian didn't even put on foundation or mascara, but just applied lipstick, blush, and tacked on her eyebrows. But when I looked at her from a distance just now, I would have thought that she was wearing eyeliner, mascara, and contact lenses. Damn it, Jiao Mian's skin is so good. The camera is so close and you can't even see a single pore on her face. And I always thought she was wearing mascara, but it turns out her eyelashes are like this thick and slender. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1172. Chapter 1172. It's like bullying a child. If nothing else, Jiao Mian has really good skin and really good looks. To be honest, I thought she was going too far at first. I thought she forced Xiao Xiao to bow and apologize to her. But now it seems that is not the case. Maybe it was Xiao Xiao who felt sorry for herself and insisted on apologizing to her in person. Bar. She shouldn't have competed with Xiao Xiao for the endorsement. Isn't her boyfriend very good friends with Mr. Gong? Maybe it was her boyfriend who found her an endorsement. She didn't even know that Xiao Xiao had talked about contract renewal with MC. I feel that if she can easily get an endorsement like MC, she won't have to compete with others. Yeah, I also think she shouldn't know. It's really heartbreaking when she cries. As a woman, I feel protective of her. Fans have been making trouble for several days, and they also said they would give up the endorsement. It's time to put things to rest. Among Xiao Mianmian's acting abilities, her best performance is crying scenes. She is the kind who can cry immediately if she wants to. Her appearance is fragile, and her appearance can easily arouse people's desire for protection. When she cries again, she looks like a pitiful and extremely aggrieved little girl. Anyone who looks at her will feel unbearable. They all feel that if they bully her again and refuse to forgive her, it will be too much. It's like bullying a child. When she cried and apologized to Xiao Xiao over and over again, and when she wanted to shake hands and make peace with Xiao Xiao anxiously and uneasily, someone finally couldn't stand it anymore. I think the sincerity of this young newcomer is enough. It was not her fault in the first place, and she has given up the endorsement she got. Xiao Xiao is a senior after all, so she should behave more generously. Quietly BB, don't you think Xiao Xiao's performance today is a bit too much? If you want to apologize in person, can't you apologize in private? You know that it is live broadcast, but you have to bow and apologize during the live broadcast. You guys, didn't you realize that when she acted like this, all the artists at the scene were blaming Xiao Mian? We are all women and understand. I also think Xiao Xiao did it on purpose. I think the MC endorsement may have really been lost because of Xiao Mian, so she felt uncomfortable and made a statement to clarify that in fact she didn't want to make Xiao Mian feel better. Her behavior will make people think that Xiao Mian forced her to do this. She said it was an apology, but in fact it will only bring trouble to the other party. When Xiao Xiao's fans saw these passers-by's comments, they immediately got angry and retorted, "What kind of skin is good and looks good? Good skin is caused by makeup. Which female artist on the scene has bad skin? Her face looks like a plastic surgery face at first glance. The artificial marks are so heavy that someone would actually lick it without conscience. Ha ha ha, you know Xiao can't sit still anymore and pays the Navy to clear her name. Does it mean that she is really innocent if she gives up the endorsement? Didn't she do it because she saw that public opinion was not good for her, but she said, what did you give up for Xiao Xiao? What a scheming bitch. Attention, Xiao Shangs, Xiao bitch has begun to ask the Navy to hack us, Xiao Xiao. Now it's time for us, Xiao Sheng, to protect Xiao Xiao. Let's unite to attack Xiao bitch and let the Navy go away. Anyone who speaks for bitch Xiao will have their household registration book dead. Passers-by's comments are originally made from an objective perspective. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1173. Chapter 1173. It seems that she underestimated the enemy this time. Now that Xiao Xiao's fans have cursed him to death for no apparent reason, who can not be angry? Passers-by are just afraid of trouble, but they are not easy to mess with. Moreover, Xiao Xiao's fans didn't know that a passerby they accidentally cursed was a big V on Weibo. Although he didn't have as many fans as Xiao Xiao, his appeal was very strong. Moreover, That person had a very good reputation on Weibo and was considered not to be offended. It's okay with him. Once you him off, no matter if you are a celebrity or something else, he will still fight you. Soon, the popular V-bloggers collected the vicious curses from Xiao Xiao's fans in the live broadcast room. Furthermore, we conducted an in-depth analysis of Xiao Xiao's public bow and apology to Xiao Mian. The fans of Big V are not like Xiao Xiao's fans. Most of them are teenagers. Most of his fans are mature fans in their 20s and 30s who have already entered the society and have decent jobs. And it also belongs to the type that covers all working areas. Once these fans start fighting, no one can compete with a group of children. And this Big V also has many Big V friends. As soon as he posted his Weibo attack on Xiao Xiao, many Big Vs who were close to him also retweeted it. Each Big V has 10 million fans, and 10 Big Vs have nearly 100 million fans. No matter how many fans Xiao Xiao has on his own, he can't match the number of fans of a group of Big Vs. The power of these Big Vs is terrifying. Because less than 10 minutes after the big passerby V posted on Weibo, Xiao Xiao and her fans were on the hot search list. Different from before, this time Xiao Xiao was a hot search topic in negative news. But Xiao Xiao, who was still at the event, didn't know about all this. Xiao Xiao, I think Mian really didn't know anything about it. Let's just let this matter go. Yes, you are very sincere. Everyone is in the same circle, so it's more valuable to be in harmony. After getting rid of their prejudice against Xiao Mian, some female artists who wanted to make friends with her began to speak for her. When other people saw this, they all agreed. For a time, from speaking for Xiao Xiao in the beginning, to speaking for Xiao Mian now. Xiao Xiao originally wanted to take advantage of this live broadcast to vent her anger and make Xiao Mian the target of public criticism. Who would have thought that the situation would be reversed in an instant? Instead, she became the one who held on to things and refused to let them go, and was not generous enough to her descendants. Xiao Xiao was extremely angry. When she thought about the live broadcast, she could only endure it no matter how angry she was. She took a deep breath and squeezed out a dry smile from the corner of her lips. You said it was a misunderstanding, so naturally you can't. There's no such thing as a handshake. There is no conflict between us in the first place. Xiao Mian bit her lip, her eyes were cautious, and her hand was still stretched out in the air. If you don't mind, senior, can we shake hands? Xiao Xiao. She cursed in her heart, a little bitch. It seems that she underestimated the enemy this time. This little is not as easy to bully as it seems on the surface. She is a scheming person. The gesture he made just now must have been for other people to see. And this group of stupid people actually believed it and helped her speak. Xiao Xiao held back her anger and stretched out a hand with a forced smile. She was so angry that she looked tolerant and generous, of course. That's great. Xiao Mian immediately held her hand, hugged hers tightly with both hands, and said with joy, Senior, can we be friends? I like you very much. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1174. Chapter 1174. The result was reversed by her. Before I entered the circle, you were my role model. At that time, I thought that I must learn from Senior Xiao Xiao. If I could be friends with you, I would be happy to death. Xiao Xiao. Nana on the side. It was only then that Nana realized that Xiao Mian's acting skills were really good. Xiao Xiao wanted to play her, but she ended up playing the opposite role. At this moment, I am probably very angry. Xiao Xiao was really angry, so angry that the disguise on her face almost fell apart. She saw the camera facing her, took a deep breath and said with a smile, of course. Wow, Senior Xiao Xiao, you are so kind. Xiao Mian perfectly interprets the joy, excitement, and nervousness of a rookie when facing her idol. When she looks at Xiao, she has starry eyes. At this time, a staff member came over and informed the artist that the charity event was about to officially begin. After the start, artists will come on stage to donate blood in order. After donating blood, they will also donate an ambulance. The amount of donation is decided by the artist himself. Xiao Mian was a little confused after listening to the staff's introduction. Do you still want to donate an ambulance? It seems that Linda has never told her this. Before she could figure it out, the staff started urging the first place artist to come on stage and donate blood. At the same time, Xiao received a call from her agent. She picked up the phone, and less than a minute later, her face turned ugly. Over there, her manager was telling her, the current public opinion is very unfavorable to you. The appeal of those big V's is too strong. I asked the trolls to control the comments, but they couldn't control the situation. If this continues, your reputation will be seriously affected. Xiao knows that her fans are very protective. Normally, she attacks others for her sake. I just didn't expect that this time I would provoke a big V and make the matter so serious. She clenched her phone tightly, feeling furious. Then what should we do now? Aren't you at the blood donation charity event? In this way, after donating blood, you can donate more ambulances. I will find someone to send a notice to commend your behavior, and then find some big VS to promote you, plus the power of your fans should be able to suppress those bad public opinions. Xiao understands. Her manager wanted to use her love affair to suppress bad public opinion about her. Most people are more tolerant towards caring people. What's more, those words her fans cursed were not what she asked them to do. After Xiao hung up the phone, she looked at Xiao Mian standing opposite her. A cold look flashed in her eyes. Those big VS with rhythm must have been found by Xiao Mian with money. How could it be such a coincidence that a big V happened to be in the live broadcast room at that time? After the first artist finished donating blood, it was Xiao's turn. When the staff came to inform, Xiao walked past Xiao Mian. The moment he passed by, he lowered his voice and said, Xiao Mian, don't be complacent, we'll see. So what if her boyfriend is the president of MO Corporation? They will break up one day. She has already asked someone to investigate Xiao Mian's family background. They are just from a poor family. Mo Yesi is just like her for fun, so it is absolutely impossible to marry her back home. The order of participation in blood donation activities is based on reputation. Xiao Mian belongs to outside the 18th line. When she arrived at the mall, the event was almost over. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1175. Chapter 1175. Her boyfriend's money is not hers. Most of the people who went to the live broadcast room to watch this charity event were fans of various artists. Xiao Mian doesn't have many true fans. By the time she came on the stage, the number of viewers in the live broadcast room was already very small. The only people left behind are basically some passers-by and her few fans. As soon as Xiao Mian came on stage, fans started licking the screen one after another. My dame Xiao has such a divine appearance that it's not an exaggeration to call her a fairy. Xiao Mian's facial features are really exquisite, her face is so small, her skin is really good, and her whole body is so white that she shines. I want to be her makeup fan for the rest of my life. To be honest, her face is one of the best in the entertainment industry. I am a fan of her just because of her appearance. She is really beautiful. No matter which angle the camera shoots her from, she is always beautiful. Unlike some female celebrities, there will be some death angles. Yes, no wonder she is attracted by the domineering president. If I were a man, I would also like this type of girl. What kind of domineering president? Are you sure that her man is a domineering president? Maybe he is a bad old man originally. The live broadcast room was already peaceful, but Xiao Xiao's fans suddenly jumped out again and said sarcastically, I made it public but did not dare to reveal my identity. There is not even a photo on the registered Weibo. I also think he must be a bad old man. No matter how beautiful she is not a materialistic girl who worships money. She has an ugly heart. No matter how beautiful she is, it is useless. Our beauty Xiao Ren is also beautiful in heart. Just now Xiao Xiao donated 20 ambulances. She is the one who donated the most. 20 ambulances? It seems that the donated ambulance was more than 200,000 yuan. Didn't Xiao Xiao donate more than 5 million yuan at once? Xiao Xiao is really willing to do charity. In the past, he also donated money to charity activities. It's very generous. I wonder how many cars some people are going to donate. She has such a great boyfriend, so she must donate more cars than Xiao Xiao. Ha ha ha, her boyfriend's money is not hers. I bet she won't have more than 5 cars. 5. You think too highly of her. I think the most I can donate is 1. At this moment, Chiao Mian finished donating blood, and the host asked her how many ambulances she planned to donate. Generally, it would be good for an 18th tier artist to donate 1. The 18th tier income itself is not high. Chiao Mian signed an endorsement contract with MC, and the endorsement fee is tens of millions. However, the filming of the advertisement has not officially started yet, and the endorsement fee has not yet fallen into her hands. And she has decided to give up the MC endorsement. Fortunately, when she went to Mo's house for the first time, the old lady gave her a very generous asset. So people outside actually don't know that Chiao Mian, a newcomer, already has hundreds of millions in assets. Chiao Mian looked at the donation numbers of other artists and finally decided to donate 5 cars. This is the amount donated by many first and second tier artists. She was the only one who donated 20 cars at once like Xiao Xiao. Because she wanted to use this matter to make news and gain performance. When Chiao Mian said that she would donate 5 cars, a group of people who were trolling her in the live broadcast room were silent for a few minutes. Later, another fan jumped out and shouted, it's only 5 cars, but Xiao Xiao donated 20 cars. Her boyfriend is so awesome and rich, so it's no problem to donate 100 cars. Isn't it too much for only 5 cars, dig it? End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1176. Chapter 1176. You are despised, do you know? One thing is that her boyfriend is very rich, but the money is not hers. I think as a newcomer, it is pretty good for her to donate 5 cars. Haha, I can't bear to save face for my girlfriend at this time. It shows that her boyfriend doesn't like her very much either. Thinking about it this way, the show of affection yesterday was really embarrassing. The discussion in the live broadcast room was lively. Outside the live broadcast room, Chiao Mian and Xiao Xiao were on the hot search together. Hashtag is a kind-hearted person, donating 5 million ambulances for charity activities, great atmosphere. Hashtag Ang Xiao Xiao, donated 5 million ambulances. Hashtag charity event only donated 5 ambulances. Where did the wealthy boyfriend go? Hashtag asterisk Mo's family. Mo Yesi had just finished processing a batch of documents. During the break, he was going to call Chiao Mian and ask her if she was done there. At this moment, the cell phone rang. He looked at the caller ID and picked up. Second brother, have you seen today's news? Yan Xiaoqing asked. Mo Yesi frowned slightly. No, what's wrong? I said no wonder you didn't do anything. You are despised, you know. What's the meaning? You know that my sister-in-law is going to participate in a charity event today, right? Okay, I know. When Xiao Mian went there, she sent him a WeChat message to tell him. In addition to donating blood, they also donated ambulances in their charity event. So Xiao, these two people are the only ones who have a problem with my sister-in-law. The woman also went, and she donated 5 million ambulances. My sister-in-law also donated, but the donation less than her. Now, her fans are mocking you and your sister-in-law in the live broadcast room. They say that your sister-in-law has found a rich boyfriend, but he is reluctant to spend money for her. She also said that you probably just play with your sister-in-law, so you are reluctant to spend money with her. Spend money on yourself. Anyway, both you and your sister-in-law were ridiculed by her fans. Mo Yesi frowned. Second brother, I think you can't let people look down on you, and you have to support your sister-in-law. That woman's fans are so proud that they hold her up to the sky and put her sister-in-law under their feet. When I saw this, I couldn't hold my breath, so I called you. Mo Yesi understood the general situation and was silent for a while. His deep eyes were filled with a cold color, but his voice sounded calm. The live broadcast is still going on now. Yeah, it's almost over. The woman's fans are dancing happily in the live broadcast room. Give me the live broadcast room. Okay, I'll send it to you right away. Second brother, I'm waiting for you to show off your power. Yan Xiaoqing quickly sent the link to the live broadcast room to Mo Yesi's WeChat account. Mo Yesi clicked on the link. As soon as I entered the live broadcast room, I saw a mess of comments. Just as Yan Xiaoqing said, Xiao's fans were jumping around in the live broadcast room, holding up their idols and stepping on Xiao Mian at the same time. Mo Yesi's face darkened after looking at it for less than a minute. These fans are still buying gifts in the live broadcast room, so their family Xiao is so generous. Their fans cannot be stingy, and the gifts they buy are regarded as showing love to their idols. This group of fans were shopping for gifts, and they also ridiculed Xiao Mian's fans who were just as picky as she was, and none of them helped her buy gifts. Mo Yesi called Wei Zheng into the office with a sullen face. Mr. Mo. As soon as Wei Zheng walked into the office and saw Mo Yesi's expression was not good, he felt a little frightened. Come here. Mo Yesi waved to him. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1177. Chapter 1177. Then brush 520. Wei Zheng walked over cautiously, and then asked cautiously, Mr. Mo, do you have any orders? Mo Yesi threw the phone on the table with a bang and motioned for him to pick it up with his eyes. Wei Zheng obediently picked up the phone and looked down. The first thing he saw was Xiao Mian, who was standing on the stage answering the host's questions. He was about to praise the young lady for being very well dressed today, and then he saw that groups of fans jumping around. After seeing the comments from those fans, Wei Zheng's expression changed slightly. Mr. Mo, someone is attacking you and the young lady. Mo Yesi glanced at him coldly. I know. Does Mo always want me to arrange for someone to fight back? That reward, do you know how to get it? Wei Zheng was stunned for a moment. Ah. I want to reward your young lady. How should I reward her? Give the young lady a reward. Wei Zheng soon discovered that what he was watching was a live broadcast room. And there are still people in the live broadcast room who are constantly brushing gifts. But those who bought the gifts were all fans of the female artist named Xiao, and all the gifts given out were marked with Xiao's name. Wei Zheng soon understood what Mo Yesi wanted him to do. It seems that Mr. Mo is trying to save face for the young lady. After analyzing the thoughts of his boss, Wei Zheng immediately said, Mr. Mo, giving rewards is very simple. After you add money to this live broadcast account, you can choose gifts to send out. Mo Yesi nodded. How much is the most expensive gift? Wei Zheng clicked on the gift section and looked at it. The most expensive gift was a love angel, which cost 10,000 yuan. He told Mo Yesi. Mo Yesi tapped the table with his slender fingers, and narrowed his cold eyes. What kind of numbers can represent the meaning of love? Wei Zheng, oh, the number that shows love? It's usually 520, which is homophonic to I love you. Mo Yesi, then brush 520. Say that his wife has no fans. Say that his wife's fans are not strong? How can he allow others to despise his treasure? Wei Zheng was stunned when he heard that 520 pieces were to be given away. Mr. Mo, do you really want to send so many gifts? Although 5.2 million is nothing to his boss, Mr. Mo. But there is no need to spend so much money to compete with those unworthy little characters. What's more, he just saw that although Xiao Xiao's fans have been buying gifts, the money for buying them is not much. Most of them are 1 to 10 yuan, which is estimated to be only 10,000 yuan in total. He felt that if he wanted to give the young lady some limelight, a gift of 1 million yuan would be enough. What, do you have any objections? Mo Yesi was dissatisfied with Wei Zheng's ink marks and frowned. Recharge money immediately. Also, I will use my Weibo account to donate 50 ambulances in the name of your young lady. Go out. Wei Zheng. Mom. Mr. Mo is really a madman who protects his wife and cannot bear to see the young lady suffer any injustice. He is so kind to the young lady that even a grown man would be envious of him. If there was a man who could be so kind to him, or a handsome guy like Mr. Mo with divine looks, maybe he would be able to accept it if he had with him. After all, who can resist such a handsome, masculine, rich, and doting wife man? This is really a waste of money just for Bo Hanjian to smile. The boss wanted to save face for his wife, and this matter was urgent. Wei Zheng did not dare to delay any longer. After immediately recharging his value, he began to frantically use Love Angel in the live broadcast room. He changed the nickname for giving gifts to Chiao Mianmian's die-hard fan. The banquet should be written tomorrow, don't be in a hurry. Chiao Angzhen and Shen Ro will not really succeed. End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1178. Chapter 1178, Show off your love by giving gifts. Xiao Xiao's fans were mocking Chiao Mian in the live broadcast room, when they suddenly saw a gift reminder of a loving angel appear. Because this gift is the most expensive, when giving the gift, the picture displayed is very large and conspicuous. Anyone watching the live broadcast can see it as long as they are not blind. Generally those who give such gifts are wealthy fans. The nickname Chiao Mianmian's die-hard fan is also very conspicuous. Before Xiao Xiao's fans could react, the love angels smashed down one after another. So, the people in the live broadcast room watched the system keep prompting. Chiao Mianmian's die-hard fans sent 10 love angels, Chiao Mianmian's die-hard fans sent 20 love angels. The numbers keep rising. 30, 40, 50, 60. The entire live broadcast room was flooded with gifts from this Chiao Mianmian's die-hard fan. Passenger, damn it, what kind of rich man is this? There are probably 10,000 love angels, and more than 50 of them have been given away. Xiao Xiao's fans were all stunned. A second ago, they were laughing at Chiao Mian for not having loyal fans, and they were reluctant to help her with rewards. The next second, a wealthy man with the title of her fan came to the live broadcast room and rewarded her crazily. Moreover, the amount of money this fan tipped has far exceeded the amount they had tipped before. The most important thing is that tipping has not stopped yet. Because this big boss landed in the live broadcast room, in just a few minutes, he almost received more than 1 million in rewards. The live broadcast room, which was originally sparse with few people, became active again. Many passers-by who heard about the big boss airborne in the live broadcast room crowded into the live broadcast room, wanting to see which big boss was so domineering. Then I saw a person named Jiao Mianmian's diehard fan who was still sending rewards. By the time netizens crowded in, more than 300 love angels had already been viewed. But the other party has no intention of stopping yet. Passers-by sighed, have you already collected more than 3 million yuan in rewards? This is too wealthy. Does Jiao Mian still have such rich die-hard fans? I heard that it was Xiao Xiao's fans who mocked Jiao Mian for not having any fans to reward him, so that's why the big boss was airborne. Now Xiao Xiao's fans are silent even after being slapped in the face. This fan must be her wealthy boyfriend. I think it's possible. I think it's possible too. Those who say her boyfriend is reluctant to spend money on her must also be slapped in the face. Passers-by were discussing and looking at the gifts that were constantly flooding the screen. I kept brushing until 520, then finally stopped. Is this finally finished? 520 loving angels, are you expressing your love to Jiao Mian by giving gifts? 520 equals I love you. This is a show of affection by giving gifts. The person giving gifts must be her boyfriend. Wow, I think it's a bit sweet. This nickname is too cute. The live broadcast room here is still lamenting the 5.2 million gift. On the other side, the official Weibo of the charity event that Jiao Mian participated in posted a thank you Weibo. The content is, thank you at V for sending 55 ambulances. Before this, the official Weibo also posted a Weibo post thanking others for sending ambulances. The comment area of the Weibo post thanking Xiao Xiao was occupied by her fans. Fans unanimously wrote words such as Xiao Xiao is awesome in the comment area, and many of them criticized Jiao Mian. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1179. Chapter 1179 At IKEA Mianmian, I heard that I won't spend money on you. As soon as this official Weibo post came out, Jiao Mianmian's few fans suddenly felt proud. Finally I can slap Xiao Xiao's fans in the face. The comment area is full of comments, 6,666, Dame Xiao's actions are extraordinary, but she is far superior to that one. I can't help but see those fans of hers jumping up and down, haha, keep jumping up and down. Have you seen the anonymous Weibo? Those ambulances were all given away by him in the name of Jiao Mian. Some people said before that he was reluctant to spend money on Jiao Mian. He just spent his time casually. More than 10 million went out. Anonymous posted on Weibo. What did he post? Many curious people went to Anonymous Weibo to read. Then he was shown off. Anonymous at V, I heard that I won't spend money on you. So should I express it? Waiting for my gift. Not long after he posted this Weibo, he received a reward of 5.2 million from the live broadcast room and the sudden increase of 50 ambulances. It can be seen that these are all his handiwork. Netizens in the comment area praised how romantic it was, and said that they also wanted to have a boyfriend who pampered them like this. Without saying a word, I spent more than 10 million on my boyfriend who gave me gifts. Asterisk. When Mo Yesi met Jiao Mian didn't know it. She was still at the event and didn't have time to look at her phone. Still waiting for the event to end, after she walked to the outfield, reporters gathered around to interview her. Hello, Miss Jiao, I am the entertainment reporter of Apple Daily. Can I interview you for a few questions? Ms. Jiao, I am the reporter from Orange TV Entertainment at 8:30. Can I interview you? In an instant, several reporters gathered around. Chiao Mian couldn't help but be startled. It was the first time in her life that she was interviewed by so many reporters. She was surprised and nervous. When he looked at the camera, his eyes showed nervousness. "Interview me. What do you want to ask me?" The reporter asked with a smile. Ms. Jiao spent a lot of money to donate 50 ambulances. This can be said to be the largest donation by a single person since this charity event was held. Someone on the internet said that your boyfriend donated in your name. This is really 50 ambulances. Chiao Mian was stunned again, with a confused expression on her face. Looking at her like this, the reporter obviously didn't know about this matter yet. It is certain that she did not donate this ambulance herself. Then, her boyfriend must have donated it for her. The reporter had a gossipy expression on his face. "Don't you know, Ms. Jiao, that someone donated another 50 cars in your name? Moreover, someone just showed love in your name in the live broadcast room and gave a gift of 5.2 million yuan. Chiao Mian. Is there such a thing?" The reporter asked. "Ms. Jiao, that netizen named Chiao Mian's diehard fan is your boyfriend, right?" Chiao Mian. She doesn't know anything. She looked at Nana beside her in confusion. Nana immediately said, "Sister Mian, when you went to the stage to donate blood, someone rewarded you with a gift of 5.2 million yuan in the live broadcast room. That person claimed to be your die-hard fan. The ambulance thing is also true." Chiao Mian is very self-aware and knows that she cannot have such a rich and die-hard fan. She guessed that it must be Mo Yesi. It was just a nice thing. Why was he just giving her gifts and sending 50 more ambulances to her? End of this chapter. I secretly got married to a super boss. Author, Dance Lightly. Chapter 1180. Chapter 1180. Why did we come to the hospital? The reporter who asked the question was startled, obviously not expecting her to answer like this. Feeling caught off guard, I was shown off. Being single, she was a little embarrassed. After covering her lips and coughing twice, she laughed dryly and said, "Don't Miss Jiao have a more specific evaluation? For example, what does he look like, how old he is, what kind of job he does, etc. After all, there are rumors on the internet that Chiao Mian's boyfriend is a bad old man. Coupled with the fact that the identity of the anonymous is very mysterious, but they can't find any clues about him, they inevitably become more and more curious and want to know who he is." Chiao Mian looked at the reporter and tilted her head, as if thinking about his question. After a while, she smiled and replied, "He is very good looking. In my eyes, he is the most handsome man. Of course, without the filter of beauty is in the eye of the beholder, his appearance he is also very outstanding. As for how much older he is than me, I don't know what he is doing. Anyway, he is doing some small business." Reporter: "Small business? Are you sure you're not kidding him? How can a small business have so many super bosses come forward to support him? This small business is probably not the same concept as the small business he understands." The reporter felt that Chiao Mian was not sincere enough and was trying to deal with him. He said dissatisfiedly, "Miss Jiao, what do you think about the rumors on the internet that your boyfriend is one of the 2 young masters of the Mo family? Is your boyfriend really from the Mo family?" Chiao Mian looked at the reporter's appearance of asking for the bottom of the casserole. She frowned slightly, and then smiled and politely replied, "I'm sorry, I said it, because my boyfriend is an outsider, so I can't revealing too much. I don't want to involve him in our circle. I hope everyone can understand. I have something else to do, so I have to leave first. Thank you everyone for the interview." After finishing speaking, Chiao Mian smiled and nodded to the reporter. Regardless of whether the reporter was dissatisfied with her answer, she turned around and left the event with Nana. Asterisk. Just when Chiao Mian went to participate in a charity event, A black Rolls-Royce parked outside the gate of Rengzin Hospital. After a while, the driver got out of the car and opened the door. Shenro took Mrs. Bai's arm and got out of the car. After Mrs. Bai got out of the car, she was startled when she saw the four characters Rengzin Hospital hanging at the gate. She turned her head and looked at Shenro in shock and confusion. "Rura, why did we come to the hospital?" Shenro hugged her affectionately, with a well-behaved and sensible look, and said gently, "Aunt Bai, I heard that you haven't been feeling well these days and haven't gotten better. So I wanted to bring you here. Check it out at the hospital. It just so happens that I have a friend who just came back from abroad. His medical skills are very good. He was a well-known doctor abroad. I thought that Aunt Bai's illness has not been cured for so long. Maybe I can let him take a look at you. It'll be fine. The longer this disease lasts, the worse it will be, and it will damage the body. I am also really worried about Aunt Bai, so I take matters into my own hands. I hope Aunt Bai won't be angry with me." When Mrs. Bai heard what she said, she looked surprised and moved. She grabbed Shenro's hand and even looked at her with a much gentler and kinder look. It's rare for Rura to have such a heart. How could Aunt Bai be angry? It's too late for Aunt Bai to be moved. I really didn't expect you to be like this. The child is so attentive. I wish you were my daughter. End of this chapter.